Hello, Kelsey Taylor here. Welcome to our movie review. Now, last week I reviewed a really good Mark Wahlberg film. Now, this is the one movie I've been almost been dying to talk about for a while. I talked about it once before, but I've been wanting to do a review on this movie for a long time. I said this before as well that since last year I've been watching a ton of Mark Wahlberg films I've never seen before. And I might kind of start off with some certain dramatic ones first and work my way up. There's still a bunch I want to watch that I want to make a video talking about my favorite Mark Wahlberg films. Probably at some point, I don't know when. So, I was trying to find the really, really good ones. And this is one of the really good ones. This is the first one of these Mark Wahlberg and Peter Berg collaborations. They've done 4 so far. They've done this one, they've done Deepwater Horizon, Patriots Day, Mile 22. And they have another one coming up for Netflix, expect to be released next year, I think. I'm going to be talking about a little bit about Lone Survivor, which I said is the first based on those true stories by Wahlberg and Berg. Peter Berg being the director, of course, and Mark Wahlberg being the lead star of it. This is basically based on one certain event that happened during the Afghanistan war, like the war in Afghanistan. A lot of you probably remember that. And it's one of those movies where I felt like it should be more like it was like a spoiler review, but it's probably going to be full of spoilers because the title basically Mark Wahlberg and his friends are on a mission in Afghanistan, and then they get ambushed, and the soldiers slowly get killed off, and Mark Wahlberg is left alone, like he's the only survivor who has to survive on his own. And now you might think that it might be boring, but within a 2-hour span, it's actually pretty well done. Like the acting is great, as well as like the action scenes are very well done, and the dramatic stuff. And it's like, I have to say, as someone who's not a huge fan of war films, like I really like this one. There's a few war films that I've liked, like a few I may be talking about very soon. Like, I got a big pile of movies I bought over the past year that I have to watch back. So, technically I'll try to do these weekly movie reviews like this one. But Lone Survivor was the one I was anxious to watch again. This has to be my second favorite of these collaborations. The first is Patriots Day, this one, and then Deepwater Horizon. Mile 22 has to be like my least favorite. I didn't like that one very much. But for being like the first collaboration with these, this was actually, I said, pretty good, and the editing was pretty much like, it was not sloppy. There's no shaky cams or anything like that. It's very well paced and very well done. Like there's shots where they're like rolling down the hill, like falling off the cliff and stuff. Like the way it's edited, it's like ooh, you could definitely tell that really hurts. I'm sure they use stunt people on that, but oh. When I was first watching, I was like biting my knuckles. It's like, oh, and the way the sound editing was done and stuff like that. Like, whoa, like this was really, really intense. They made this look like almost like they were really, really going through so much. And I heard that the film was nominated for an Oscar for best sound mixing. Like the sound mixing was very well done. And also, it should have been nominated for best makeup because the scars on the soldiers, mainly on Mark Wahlberg, they look so realistic. I mean, anybody could have done a real cheap job to just have a little small cuts and like, oh, that's not much. But they really look realistic. You really believed like this guy, who Mark Wahlberg's portraying based on a real life person, like he could have been dead any second. I mean, it's really, whew, like the makeup should have been nominated for an Oscar, probably won it because it looks like it's like the most realistic makeup I've ever seen in a war film. And another one that I want to talk about sometime down the line is much more brutal. Like this movie's like really brutal. It's like a hard R-rated movie, but I think the one war film I have is more hardcore than that one. But I would say like if you really like war films, this is definitely one to see. I could not find this movie anywhere in stores. I could have sworn it was probably at Walmart recently, but like in the $5 bin, and I found no copy of it in there. Mainly on DVD. The $5 Blu-ray bit at Walmart has that film, but not the DVD copy, so I had to order off online. because I became like a huge fan of these collaborations. I started off with Deepwater Horizon, and I think this was the last one. I think I started off with Deepwater Horizon, then Patriots Day, and then this, and then Mile 22, which, you know. So, yeah, this is definitely like really like a worth watching film. But like I said, it's very brutal, it's very intense. But like if you're a huge fan of war films, and if you like these kind of movies like this, like based on true stories, they're very well done, with great acting, especially from Mark Wahlberg. Like this is the one I will tend to come back to occasionally. And like a lot of these collaborations based on true stories are very well done. Like I really think they're the best at it. And yeah, and I really wish they could do more. Well, it just depends. I like to see more from them, even though Mile 22 wasn't that great. Let's hope that their next one, like if they do another movie based on a true story, they don't based off of 9/11, because it's been done to death. And any other current events that happened this year, I don't know. But Lone Survivor, definitely a must-see film. So, excuse me. If you have seen Lone Survivor, let me know what you think of it. Thank you so much for watching my review, and I'll catch you guys next time. Adios.